On Ticker, this is Import Export with Lawrence Christophels.
Okay, we're back again. Just crossing now to Raffaele Sellaro from MYC International Logistics. Hi Raffaele, thanks for your patience. Sorry, we're having a few technical issues with all the remote dialings. How have you been?
Hey, good morning, Lawrence. Thanks for having me on the show. We're well, thank you.
A pleasure. Raffaele, please tell me, as a freight forwarder, what are the challenges that and the impact of COVID-19 has had on your business and the forwarding community?
Dramatic impact on our business. Obviously, with China shutting down for a longer period of time after China's New Year to combat the virus, affected us personally and obviously all our clients who export out of China, and which is only a large majority of freight forwarders.
Yeah, and you may have not seen the previous guest, but we had Nick Henderson from AsiaLink, and we had Zoran Kostanowski from CBFCA, and we're thinking that basically China's back in full swing, but obviously that lead time with all that production shutdown back in February has really had a major impact on obviously cargo volumes, which impacts you guys as forwarders. But is it your understanding as well that factories are pretty much back on track in full swing, or is it sort of ramping up there? What's your sort of ear to the ground back in China?
Yeah, look, the situation the last few weeks has been positive out of China. We've seen the backlogs being removed, and it's pretty much business as usual out of China now. We believe that the issue is now with Australia, not with China so much. The capacity, we've been informed by shipping lines over the next few weeks will drop. So, with blank sailings, meaning less vessels and space availability, that will be the challenge over the next 3 to 4 weeks.
Right. Okay. And Raffaele, what about obviously the COVID-19 has now spread. China's actually recovering, but now all these other markets, especially other key trading markets like Europe, Italy, Germany, France, even the US, how's that starting to impact now? Are we going to have that same sort of slowdown? I'm assuming that we'll have that same situation that we had in China. Lesser impact because the trade volumes are less from those markets, but are you experiencing that as well now?
Yeah, absolutely. With the shipping lines still operating out of Europe as normal. However, with the impacts of the total shutdowns out of Italy, for example, up to the 3rd of April, non-essentials, factories that can't operate, it's had a huge impact. Essentials like food stuff are still obviously operating out of Italy and I guess throughout Europe. So at this stage, just over the next few weeks, it's obviously ever change every day. So at the moment, we just work with clients, suppliers, overseas agents to ensure that we obviously providing our clients and importers and even exporters with the up-to-date information. Yeah,
well, I was going to ask about that, Raf. How are the importers and exporters feeling? I know you're doing a great job trying to keep them up to date, but obviously I'm assuming they're quite scared. They're all trying to protect their business. And how are they optimistic that this is going to recover quickly as an exporter, as we heard previously with the other guests, that with the Aussie dollar being low, it could be a great time for them. Are they feeling, what's your sort of insight about how they're feeling, the importers and exporters at the moment?
I'm talking to clients every day. There's still a lot of positivity. Everyone knows that we'll get over this. There's no doubt of that. But when is the question? And I guess as a community, as friends and family, we just need to keep talking and staying positive through this time. There's a lot of nervous people, especially in the food industry, with restaurants, cinemas, pubs, cafes closing, and us personally being involved in a lot of that sort of commodity. There's a lot of people are quite nervous. Again, all we can do is just stay positive and talk to each other and support where we can, and that's what we need to do as a community.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Raf. Can I just ask, we've got to wrap up in a minute, but what's your sort of advice at the moment for importers and exporters? What would you suggest to them it's important because we're all working remotely from home, and obviously a lot of their information and data, hopefully they can take with them remotely, but any tips and advice you'd give to importers and exporters right now while they're going through this challenge here in Australia?
Yeah, I would just say speak to your freight forwarder, customs broker, or logistics provider, and ask questions. That's what we're here for, and we're here to support the Australian community. We're all in this together, and sometimes it takes an event, as we are currently experiencing, to understand the power of community. So, to support each other.
All right, thanks so much, Raffaele. Look, it's been an absolute privilege to have you on the show. It's been overdue. We're going to get you on again very soon. But stay safe, mate. All the best over there in WA, and thank you for sharing insight as a freight forwarder and your tips and advice for importers and exporters. So we'll definitely get you back on the show in a couple of weeks as well.
Thanks, guys, for having me, and wish you well as well. Be safe.
Likewise, take care.